Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Expedition 33, where last time we started to utilize our new, the ability to swim. It was swim time as we were exploring the continent and surveying all the new places that we had gained access to, thanks to Flory, the magic rock, Flory MVP of the playthrough. We found some things, and I also, off camera, decided to do a little bit more exploring. I basically went around cleaning up all of the groups of enemies that were around the all the different groups of enemies that we could swim to that we've seen before. There were no new enemies; they were all just enemies that we've encountered previously. So it was no no big new discoveries other than a couple items that I did manage to pick up. One of them might have been this new record. I don't remember actually whether we got our painted family from whether that was during our last episode or my off-camera explorations, but why don't we take a listen to that since we haven't done that yet. We've got a few of these, maybe. I think we've gone through all of them. Feel free to let me know if I haven't played one that maybe you were hoping I would, but I think our painted family, let's turn this on here and see what that's all about. So yeah, I also did find a new Pictos. There was at least one new Pictos that I picked up. I have to remember which one it was here, because I think I already went and equipped it. Was it this Energizing Heal? I think I might have picked this up, because I think I had leveled all of the other remaining Pictos that we were trying to level up. So everything is leveled now, and we've learned all the Luminas except for this Energizing Heal, which was the last thing I picked up before I logged off in my short little off-camera session. So, those Pictos and Luminas have all been adjusted for our characters, and we're just gonna do some quick upgrades here with the Curator to get everything up to snuff. I was adjusting the gamma and brightness settings, because it had been so bright on the continent, and it was kind of hard to see sometimes when there were, you know, items and things to pick up. But I'm noticing those adjustments have made it quite dark again in this area. So I don't know exactly what is going on with this game. This is the only game that I've had that has given me this kind of trouble when it comes to balancing the lighting. So I guess we'll have to boost things back up a bit here, because I don't want us to be like we were at the start of the game in the manor. We'll see what it looks like when we get to the manor, but I guess I'll just pop this back up to where I had it before, which was, I think, a 1.2 on each of these. Quick little settings adjustment here on the fly as we're getting started. Just a little normal part of housekeeping. See, that seems fine when we're in camp, right? That seems like a decent lighting setting. It's just when we get out into the more well-lit areas of the world, things start to look a little bit glaring. But I think what I'm going to do with the Curator here is just a quick weapons upgrade for CL. I think I've been pronouncing her name wrong. CL, I believe, is how it's actually pronounced. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade her Chation to a level 9. We have plenty of polished Chroma Catalyst still. And then we'll think about putting her up to a level 10 here at some point, maybe. The level 10 ability is base attack gives 1 moon charge and consumes all foretell to apply burn. It's not exactly clear how many stacks of burn are going to be applied, but this would, the reading of this, or the way that I would want this to work, is all foretell gets all turned into burn. All of it, every stack of foretell is turned into a stack of burn. And that would be kind of amazing, actually. I will think about that one, though, because we only have the one resplendent Chroma Catalyst. So, do we have any other upgrades that we want to do? We do have a Shape of Energy. So our Energy Tint is going to get an upgrade to a Strong Energy Tint. So now we can be given lots of AP to our friends. And I guess that's the last upgrade. All right, so now just our Healing Tint and Revive Tint are going to get up to their max level here at some point. That's cool. And I have a lot of colors of Luminas. I really need to take the time. I don't have any cheap Lumina points or Lumina abilities Luminas is what they're called. I don't have any cheap ones that I want to just give. I want to save up to be able to give everybody the more expensive ones. So I'm kind of hoarding my Colors of Lumina at the moment. So we'll see about that at a later date. Let's also go through here, and I think for skills, we're going to continue to hold on for CL. I've also changed up her hair. I changed up the hair for both CL and Mael. CL's kind of got the little Orphan Annie look going on here, minus the red hair. So Mael has the monopoly on the red hair still, I suppose. I think I'm going to save points with both CL and Lune. For CL, we're waiting to try to get to this Dark Wave at 10 points. And with Lune, we could unlock Mayhem again to be able to just spend all of her stains when we want, as well as Break. And that might be a good idea. But I would like to get this Typhoon. So we're 3 points away from getting Typhoon, which sounds like a really nice ability. It's similar, it sounds like, to the... what was it, Fire Rage, where she just kind of goes off, and you just have to let her do her thing for however many turns this lasts. But the fact that it's dealing both high ice damage and healing allies sounds awesome. I want to be able to try that out. So we're waiting on them. I also don't really know what direction I want to go with Mael. She has a few different ways to go. I think we're probably going to try the Pyromancer direction. I just don't yet. I'm not fully enticed by these abilities like Payback. It is very high single target damage, but it's reduced AP for each attack parried since last turn. There are some skills like this that are really wanting you to try to parry more. And I know that I have not been parrying enough. So there's also Last Chance, reduces self-health to 1 but refills all AP, and switches to Virtuose Stance. There's some risky skills here, right? This can be very powerful because, 1 is not 0, and if your parries are on point and your dodges are on point, if you're not taking damage, then that's a really, really powerful ability, giving yourself Virtuose Stance on the spot just for 1 AP. Mezzo Forte as well could be pretty good. So I just don't know, though. I'm not 100% sold on any of these just yet. So I'm going to keep holding on right now for Mael. For Verso, I think I will pick up Powerful. So far, we don't have any skills that have a bonus effect when we're at Perfection rank A, and I think this is the only one that we can get at the moment that has something at rank A. So let's pick that up, because the rank A effect of giving the duration 5 turns instead of 3, that feels pretty nice. We haven't been doing Powerful for some time, even when Gustav was still around. So I think I like picking up Powerful, and then again, I'm not sure with Verso. I've been trying to look through his skill tree here. There's stuff like Follow Up, where the damage is increased for each free aim shot this turn up to 10 times, and it only costs 2 AP at rank S. I want to have one ability that does something at rank S, and that's, I guess, the only one that we have access to right now. So I could pick that up. We still have 10 skill points for Verso, so there's a lot of ways we could go. I'm just not completely sure yet which one I want. The other option here would be going with picking up Blitz and then picking up the Ascending Assault, which would cost 2 AP at rank S. So you would start, this would be, you would want to start using this ability kind of similar to Lune's Fire Rage, except you get a choice as to when you cast this. So every cast increases the damage. And so when you're at rank S, this would be a great one to start pouring your AP into. So why don't we actually do that? I kind of like this Ascending Assault compared to the follow-up ability. Let's go ahead and pick up Blitz. And we'll also pick up Ascending Assault. We still have 4 points. We could pick up an additional ability at some point. And we also have recoats. There's always the fallback of recoats, which I say every single time. It's so nice to have that fallback. Now for his skills. Well, let's not worry about skills just yet. Let's go ahead and assign attribute points for everybody. Let's get everybody buffed up. I think I'll pour in some more vitality. Let's start trying to get everybody up to like 2k health, it feels like. Some of these tougher fights where we're getting one shot too often, I think we need to start investing in a bit more health. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know if that's correct or not. Do we do the same thing with Lune, or do we go defense with her? I think I'll go ahead and get her health up as well. Let's just give everybody a nice boost to their vitality, I suppose. With Verso, it's not quite as important for him though, because he does have, right now we have a Pictos, this 23 level Pictos that has so much defense on it, but also it has those shields that he gets at the start of the fight. So, but it does increase his attack power to invest in vitality. So I'll go ahead and do it. It's just the 3 points there, and we'll do the same thing for everybody. Just a little bit of vitality, get everybody up to snuff in that department. So then for skills, since Verso was the only one here, let's go ahead and adjust his skills. Ascending Assault, Blitz, and Powerful. What do I want? How do I want to replace everything here? I don't think we're using Perfect Recovery. I don't want to be using it very much. I would rather be focusing on like Berserk Slash when we're in rank C. So why don't we remove Perfect Recovery and we can put in Powerful in its place. And then something like Purification could be... I'm always feeling like this is just so much AP to spend, and I don't need to dispel self-static effects, at least so far. You know, we're probably going to start running into harder enemies that have a lot more status effects that we need to worry about. But for the moment, I think I'm okay with replacing that with Ascending Assault. Do I bring in Blitz somewhere? Maybe I could bring it in place of Marking Shot. Or Quick Strike. Quick Strike is nice as a nice cheap option. So we want to... How much is Blitz? Blitz is 3. We could bring that in, I don't know, in place... It would basically be Marking Shot, I think, that I would be replacing that with. I also don't know what plays a second time means. So I kind of want to just see this in action. Let's take out Marking Shot. We've experienced... We have a couple different characters that can apply Mark. We've got the Marking Shots... Luminas that a couple of our characters have, so I don't think we need to have that it is not a necessity. Okay, so I think that wraps up our housekeeping. What I also wanted to mention, as we're going to head out to the continent here, I wanted to mention that I had previously been discussing the possibility of reviewing cinematics, reviewing some of the cutscenes that we have seen so far up through Act 1. And I went ahead and did that. There is now available a special bonus video that is available for Roundtable Night members and up. That is, if that's something you're interested in, the Roundtable Nights you do get some nice little perks like bonus videos as well as early access to new episodes. So if you are interested in giving that extra little level of support to the channel, then you would have access to that. And I basically just went through and was looking at all of the, not every single cutscene, but the more significant ones that we have seen so far, especially the Miles Nightmare cutscenes. And there was a lot of interesting stuff to see, a lot of interesting stuff to find. In particular, how much Verso was in those cutscenes. Verso is all over the place. We just didn't know it yet. We hadn't really, met Verso. And of course, we hadn't met him yet, but we had seen he had been foreshadowed in so many places, including the very opening salvo that the expedition faced way over on the Dark Shores. When they land here, the opening of the expedition, I think, from what I could tell in the cutscene, it sure looks like Verso is the one who grabs Mael and takes her away, and then you have Gustav and Lune who are tracking her down to the manor. It looks like it's Verso who took her there, which raises some questions. It really, he has not divulged that fact, if that is indeed the case. He hasn't told us about that, and it makes me wonder what else Verso is holding back on. So we will be keeping an eye on that as things go along. Still, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't really, know what to make of. A lot of wild theorization and speculation, which I love to do. But we need more information. We need to learn more as we progress through the world, and that's what we're going to try to do. What I wanted to do here as we get started, We're not going to do too much more side quest optional stuff, but I did want to try to get this one item. I just wasn't sure if I was going to be... It's just a color of Lumina. Okay. So then, we can get the item, and we're going to vamoose out of here. This is another chromatic, I think another chromatic boss that I just don't want to tussle with just yet. We did a lot of optional side content last time, and we're gonna put a pin in that one for the moment, along with all of these other optional zones, such as the... What was this place called? The White Tree. There were a few of these various zones that we need to check at some point, as well as other chromatic bosses around the environment. But I want to be turning our attention back to the main quest. Our main objective is what we want to be focused on today. However, one little thing before we get to our main quest, we're gonna head back one more time here to the Stonewave Cliffs, because it was brought to my attention that I was a little bit hasty in my backtracking last time. We came back through this area again last episode, and we found some things that I had missed. However, there was still something I missed, because it's hard to find all the things. When you're sitting here playing a game, you're talking your butt off, and you're not necessarily focused on every little side path that your characters come across. And so when you reach this spot here and you look, aha, there's a rope over here to go down. That's where I need to focus on. And your attention is completely drawn away from this side path. Oh my god. There is actually an entire side path down here. What is... Oh god, is this going to lead us into another chromatic fight? Because if it does look that way, then I might... Oh my god, there is just a massive diversion. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. How far are we going to be able to go with this? I thought maybe they were going to let us... I do see an enemy over there. It looks just like a regular enemy, though. A non-chromatic. And there's a flag here. Are you freaking kidding me? The flooded buildings. There's a part of this that we have not yet explored. Okay. Wow. Let's, I guess let's take a look. Let's take a look here and see. Maybe we will do a very abbreviated perusal to see what we might have missed. We'll keep an eye out for item pickups, of course, but we're not going to necessarily look to... Now we've potentially aggroed an enemy. Are there other enemies to aggro? Are there other ones? Now is this... Wait, is this actually connecting back to... Okay, well, I think we've de-aggroed the enemy. My controller... Ah, there is a... No, I don't think this connects to where we've been before. Does it? Does it? Question mark? Have we been here? Because I know we went... There was another wrecked building that we had opened up a doorway with a switch. Oh, I hear an enemy nearby. I hear an enemy. Where are you at? This is all new, isn't it? Oh my god, dude. There is... This is all freaking new. I am such a dingus, guys. I am such... Peaceful. Ah! Just what I've been looking for. A new Pictos. Enfeebling Mark. Marked targets deal how much less damage? Okay, well, we know that we have marking card with Sael, so that feels like a good one to give her. It's just a matter of... It's just a matter of which one we replace, of course. Defense and speed. Not the best stats. Not the best stats, if I'm being honest. We're gonna be gimping Ciel's. I was saying her name incorrectly, I think, before, because I rewatched her cutscene where we find her at the Gestural Arena, and I think Gustav pronounces it Ciel. Slight difference there. So I'll try to get that right going forward, but we're gonna replace... Not that one. That's not what I want to do. Shit! Which one did I just... God damn it. Let's sort these by health again. I had Auto Shell. Okay, so that was the biggest health boost. I wanted to replace maybe defensive mode. That sounds like an okay one to swap out. We're not getting any health from this new one. Enfeebling Mark, but we'll try it there. Well, and of course, get it leveled, because that's what we do with our Pictos. Get those leveled. Now that goes back to where we just came, which I think I have to do, because there's nowhere else to go here. So we'll head back here. I'm really not gonna try. Oh, there is another. All right, okay. We'll get into combat here. We're gonna. Who's in my party? Is this the party that I want? Lune, Verso, Mael. Do I have the party that I want here? I think I'm actually gonna. No, we got a new skill with Verso to try. We got a new skill with him, so let's keep him in. Maybe I'll just bring in Mael though. I don't know. I like having my cleric along at all times just in case. But you know, I missed my first strike. I'm gonna have to get ready to do some parrying here. Okay. Reaper cultist attacks. Wow. Not a single correct dodge.
Bring it on. Incoming.
Okay, there are the parries, because I had actually seen that before. I am actually going to I'm gonna flee here, I think, because I do realize that these are shielded enemies. Also, I don't really want to get into. We have been. I'm gonna grab this item. I'm just gonna grab a recoat.
That will help.
And I'm gonna get the hell out. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, because I don't want to get in a fight. I'm not looking to get in a fight in this zone right now. I just want to pick up whatever items we have missed before. Was there an item over here? Was there an item over there? I did not see one. I could have missed one though, because I missed this entire part of the level. Because I am smart. I am smart. It's just hard to see all the things, guys. It's hard to keep track of all of the things. But let's see what else. It looks like maybe we are close to fully exploring this little offshoot section, though, I think. I think. Although there is another. Oh, there's an item up here. Man, oh, there's so much more to this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't climb up here, can I? I can. Wow. It actually let me get up here. Color of Lumina. Sweet. Definitely running short on those colors of Lumina, so that's a good pickup. And then I guess this is not a chromatic guy, is it? I don't think. I think it's just we've faced off against these guys before. I want to get in there and grab this. Oh, there's an enemy there. Shit. Oh, there's an enemy by the item as well. Okay, hold on. Now is when I am going to. Actually, I'm gonna swap out. We're gonna swap out Lune. Let's bring in Mael, because she has her shield break ability, right? And there are shields with these enemies that we care about. So let's bring in our friend here, and let's go ahead and take these guys on. And we'll get a little bit of a warm up here. Eventually, folks, we will get on the main required path. We will do that at some point here. It will happen. How are we going to start, though? I want to start, actually, with, I think, I want to let Mael take care of all of the shields. Oh, no, but her thing is she just needs to break any shield in order to get into Virtuose stance, right? So I could do this Bad Omen. I just don't want to, I don't know. I think I will do Bad Omen. Let's do it. I like hitting all the enemies with Bad Omen. Especially because they're weak to it. So that feels good. And then for Verso, I think I like this Berserk Slash. It just does so much damage. Because he's at half health, right? Isn't he? Even though I missed the quick time event there, it's fine. It's fine. Because now we get to do our breaking rules. Destroys shields and gains 1 AP per shield. Oh, it does gain 1 AP per shield. So I did maybe make a mistake by knocking off the extra shields there. Okay, well, we learned. It's okay. We learn.
Careful now.
Nope, that was not a parry. That was a parry. Okay, cool.
Take your shot.
Now the greatsword cultist. Greatsword cultist? Greatsword cultist. I guess, is that sword bigger than normal? I suppose maybe it is. All right, we have the increased damage now from the Berserk Slash, so you need to get rid of I need to get rid of your shield first, though, so I can get you out of here.
I've got this.
Although I guess it does 3 hits, so I probably would have gotten rid of you anyways, even if I hadn't free-aimed the shield. It's fine. It's fine, because this is what we do. Okay, we can harvest here and get ourselves into... I will, because of how this works, we do want to spend our pre-aims, because we're going to get a whole bunch of AP back, and maybe we mark you in the process. We might get lucky sometimes with that, so always worth a shot. Nice. Now, okay, so the breaking rules, it actually doesn't put us into Virtuoso stance. Why was I thinking that it put us into Virtuoso stance? I don't know why I thought that. I'm not sure why. What I can do, though, is we can just do, I guess we can do Spark. I guess we can do Spark. The problem is, though, I would much rather just get a burn going on the target right now. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted. Now the target is burning, and now I can do Swift Stride. Right? Right? That's what I want. I want Virtuoso stance. Give me. Now it's going to shield back up. So, yeah. This is where I might want to think about getting more speed for Mael. She's actually pretty slow right now, and if we're gonna be using her to take off shields, then she wants to be going first, right? That's kind of an oversight here in this whole process. So maybe I'll be doing some retooling here of the Pictos and whatnot. But for Verso, we can go ahead and do Perfect Break or Blitz. We're really far away from doing Perfect Break, from getting an actual break. Why don't we see what this Blitz does? I want to see what this plays a second time. What does that mean?
Let's carve a path.
It actually gives you a second turn? What? It actually just gives you a straight up second turn? Are you kidding me?
Let's go fast.
But only once. Okay, you can't just keep spamming it. Obviously, he would have been out of AP as well. But you can use it twice in a row, and then that's it. And then that's all she wrote. Wow, it is just an actual second turn. Okay. All right, we got this group out of here, and we got a couple levels for Mael and Verso. And now we can grab this item in peace. Another new Pictos. I would have never guessed. This was kind of a cool one. Healing Tints also give 1 AP. All right, let's get that leveled. Who are we going to give that to? Probably makes the most sense to give it to Verso, because I feel like he's the one I would be using the Healing Tints, if at all. He was the guy who would be utilizing those. So let's go ahead and swap that out, and I think that even gives him more defense. It actually ups his health and defense. He's not really the one that needs it necessarily, but that's what we'll roll with for now. And then now that we've got a new level for Mael, we'll swap out Lune, swap out her for Lune, bring her back in here. And then did I see oh, there is an item down there as well that I overlooked. Oh my god, guys. There's just too many things to find. Watch it be another Pictos. Yet another Pictos that I get to add to my collection. Which is great. We love all the Pictos. Just like the special little flowers that they are. Wait, have I been here? Have I been here? Oh my god. This is another spot that I've not been to. Oh my goodness. There's like a special item here.
Interesting.
A new weapon for Lune. What's she got here? It had the red glow to it. which so far seems like it's a pretty rare item to, most are not red. So, Coralim. Ice skills cost 1 less AP. Okay, an ice-oriented weapon for her. Could be useful since we are kind of steering down the, we're steering down a more, ice-oriented path in her skill tree. We just would need to get that leveled up a bit more. Okay, good. Let's head back. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. How to stay fully organized. So now I think looking down here, this is where that switch was. That switch that we opened up last time, that's the rope next to the flag where I ran right on by this entire side path. Okay. Jesus Christ. Now, was there anything here? Or did I come up this way? There is a grappling. This is maybe how I got over here in the first place. I think so. I didn't see that spot. I didn't see that spot to, gosh, I have to say, the game, I think I have underestimated its ability at hiding secrets. It's mainly just because now we've been up here, right? The first zone or two, like the Spring Meadows area, just felt very linear and didn't, like when I was poking the corners early on, I just didn't see, there weren't a lot of side paths. And I just got this sense that this was a kind of game where I didn't have to be in constant poking the corners exploration mode. And boy, has that turned out to be wrong. So I think I've said this before, but I will also remind everyone that I do plan on doing an extensive backtracking at some point. I need to figure out how to get down to that item. At some point, I am going to be going through every single area that we've been through previously, but that won't be until we get some more SKA abilities. The one I'm most interested in is the ability to break open these various obstacles that we've seen littered everywhere that have been blocking our path in so many instances. The special blue vein rocks. So once we have that, once we have access to that ability, and maybe sometime after, and we might not do it immediately upon picking up that SKA skill, we'll see where we are in the playthrough, but it would be pretty soon after that, I would think. That's like the main, it feels like there's so many places that have those obstacles. And once we have the ability to clear those, it would make the most sense to do our backtracking. So we will be doing that eventually. Right now, oh, here it is. Here it is. I was like, that letter's got to be around here somewhere. A revive tint shard, +1 revive tint. Okay. Excellent. I think now we can call it a day. There's probably still something that I've missed here, but now I feel a lot more confident about having given this a once over. So if we have missed something, then it will definitely be part of my extensive backtracking in the future, just to make sure. And by that time, we will probably be much stronger and be able to just expedite the process by taking out all these low-level enemies just that much more quickly. Okay, and back onto the continent. And swim trunks. Get those swim trunks on. Swimsuit on. And we're heading across here to the next stage of affairs. Don't remember what this place was called, but we'll find out soon enough. It's just a short little jaunt down the road. The Forgotten Battlefield. let's go on in. So many former friends. So many former expeditions. Oh my god. Who that be?
You'll get used to them. We're going to see a lot more.
What,
If we
this is
hurry,
not a lot?
We can cross before nightfall.
A lot more? Oh my god.
Wait,
She's carrying Gustav's arm. Dang.
could we bury Gustav?
I wish we could, but protocol is to keep moving. Gustav would understand.
We can look for a suitable place along the way, yeah? We'll find a nice spot.
Actually, there is a place. Past the quarry, out of sight of the painters. A tranquil haven. Protected by magnificent trees. I think you'll approve.
Lead the way.
Oh boy.
Let me show you something.
Love that sword. Love that sword. Such an Elden Ring sword. Look at that thing. We're getting a tutorial on this this enemy here. I guess some enemies can cast gradient attacks. Gradient attacks are powerful and can only be defended with a gradient counter. What? I guess we press RT for gradients. What the hell? Okay. So when this big aura appears, that's a gradient attack. This weird, like, dark aura. All right, press RT to perform a gradient counter. Whoa. A relentless combo. That only had two attacks of that combo, but I guess that the enemy's gonna keep doing that. All right, so we have gradient attacks now that we've been introduced to. That visual effect is really interesting because it kind of reminds me of what Renoir did with Maëlle at the end of Act 1, right? When he knocked her into, I don't know, the Twilight Zone or the Nightmare Zone. And that was a fascinating interaction to review in the cinematics review video. I don't know if that's related to what the gradient counter is. It might just be its own cool visual effect. Okay, what are we doing here? I think with I just love Berserk Slash. It does so much freaking damage. It's so good. It does so much damage, even if we're not on rank C. It synergizes so well with the way we've got Verso's Pictos set up. Did I apply the new Pictos? I don't think I did I? I don't think
Any
I
other tricks we should
equipped.
know?
One thing at a time.
Verso's got some tricks up his sleeve, as well as I think he's got more of a story to tell. He was in so many of these Maëlle's Nightmare cutscenes, and there's one in particular that they went back to a couple times where you can see the number next to the Paintress was not 33, it was 100. So, I mean, that makes sense if he's part of Expedition Zero. But it looked like in that cutscene that he had killed somebody. He was standing over a body, which I thought might be Gustav, like in some weird like time wormhole thing going on, but then I wasn't so sure. I don't know who, but it looked like Verso was the one who did them in. And then he did somebody else in, a lady who we don't know, a mysterious lady who has yet to be identified. Though I don't think I We did pick up a third Pictos, did we not? Am I crazy? Did I give it to somebody? I did. The healing tin energy I gave to Verso. Okay, so everybody's got a Pictos that they're leveling. Good. That's all I want to make sure of. So we can continue. We continue, as we always do. We continue. This is the exit? I didn't realize. Shit! That, I thought just there might be an item up on. I'm trying to be more, you know, exploratory, poking all the corners, and the game doesn't always show you the swirling animation that lets you know that this is the exit back to the continent. Oh boy, I'll get it all figured out here eventually. Radiant attacks. I wonder what's maybe they just deal a lot more damage, and you better be ready to counter. You better be ready for those gradient attacks, or else it's not going to be pretty. So many expedition ships. We are still kind of in front of that gate where the entrance to the zone is. That big gate. I was kind of wondering how we're going to get through that thing. We haven't actually got through it yet. I really, though, loved that sword design. That enemy. I didn't even hit I looked at the enemy had an obvious weak spot on its helmet, and I didn't even take a free aim at it. We'll probably see more of those enemies here. See, like this area so far doesn't. I don't know. Maybe over here there's a little. No, there's so many like. It looks like there could be hidden spots to explore, and then your character is just running up against an invisible barrier. So some zones are less exploratory than others. I saw the flag over here in front of the gate, and it does look like the gate is actually raised. So that problem's solved. Nothing over here? Okay, let's grab the flag. The Expedition 46 flag. And I will rest, I think. Let's rest. Might as well go ahead and do that. And through the gate we go. It is so bright. Walking into the light.
Expeditions?
A single Nevron took out most of them.
Is it still around?
I've only seen it once, many years ago, so most likely not.
One single Nevron did this? What? Good lord, how... I guess... Man, this really shows you how much... This is ridiculous how many corpses there are. Like, oh my god. And also that they haven't decayed all these years is... that's another detail that I had kind of forgotten about. I'd kind of put to the back of my mind. But we know that Lune and Gustav had speculated about how the chroma in this place might act differently if you're killed by a Nevron. Not totally sure. Okay, now Mael's going first. So, against these big groups of enemies, I probably should bring out like defenseless. Hit them all with defenseless. That would be probably a nice way to start things here. I don't even know if these enemies are going to have shields to deal with. Why don't we first actually start with a free aim and just see if this is a weak spot? So their mask has this like glowing energy behind it, but it doesn't seem to be a weak spot. But we did get the target burning, so I guess that's a good start. So why don't we do our normal rotation here with engagement?
Let's carve a path.
And we'll this little stinker down here is kind of making me think of the the vulgar militiamen from Elden Ring. Let's just jump into my favorite here, the Berserk Slash. I know Quick Strike is supposedly synergizes with a D ranking. Maybe the Quick Strike would be one that we could replace because I don't feel like I'm using it very much, especially once we get out of D rank territory. Oh man, that was just so much damage. I should have taken out one of the other guys that Mael hadn't wasted a hit on. Jesus. Okay, let's go with, I have swapped out for Lune. I've given her Earth Rising instead of 3 healing abilities. It kind of felt like overkill to have Healing Light alongside whatever that 3rd healing ability is. Just leaving her with Healing Light plus Rebirth feels like a lot better way to go. So to start off here, though, I think I will still do Crippling Tsunami to hit both enemies and slow them down, as opposed to using the Earth Rising. Ramasseur. Oh, that's a gradient. That's a gradient attack. He's got one too. Okay. Relentless combo. Little late on the first, and then too early on the second. Typical. Very, very typical. Okay. Berserk Slash. Even though we're at D rank, I think that's what we're doing. Let's go after this guy.
I've got this.
It's just too good. These guys don't even know what's hit them. They're taking so much damage. I'm gonna do Immolation. And now Mael can switch into Virtuose Stance if she wants. Although hopefully the enemy is going to just be dead. Maybe we just apply a whole bunch more burns with Spark and hopefully that kills him off. I am slow on so many of these quick time events. Need to get on point with those. We have a new weapon, looks like for CL, as well as a new Pictos, longer shell. On applying shell, its duration is increased by 2. Well, I was just well, actually I wasn't thinking about giving Mael shell, but that is an interesting one for her to have in her arsenal. Is that what I did here? Oh, I switched out CL for Mael. Did I want to do that? I wanted to actually bring in CL. I wanted to bring in Lune in place of Mael. How did that get? Did they switch the party on me and I didn't realize it? So the new Pictos that we want to level, let's maybe give that to apply shell for 3 turns on battle start. Oh, we could combine that with this longer shell. Look at that. On applying shell, its duration is increased by 2. Those would synergize together, would they not? Let's do that for CL. Cool. And she has a new weapon to check. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like. I really like this Chation. Always applying 10 Foretell is so strong, but this Ramasson can consume 1 moon charge on turn start to recover 20% of each ally's health. Okay, if we didn't already have Lune as kind of on cleric duty, this might be an interesting option to look at. Oh my god, it's got the Vulgar Militiaman hat on it. Oh my goodness. Like that looks, it's a straight up copy of the Vulgar. it's the short, the tiny dudes from Elden Ring. They've made an appearance here on the their heads have been mounted on spikes, or in this case, CL's scythe. I really like the look of this of Chation as well as its ability, so we're gonna stick with that. But yeah, let's keep it rolling here. Let's keep it rolling. New Pictos has been new Equiptos has been dealt with. Look at this. This is just insane, dude. This is crazy how many freaking bodies there are. I can't even imagine if this were real life. Like, I mean, if you've been in a war zone, this is probably, you know, something similar you would have been exposed to, which is why I feel so I guess blessed is the word to not had to experience something like that myself. Fortunately, my experiences with mass death are confined to video game universes. All right, we got another new enemy here. Oh, this guy. Look at this guy. It's the Chromatic Troubadour, except he's probably not chromatic this time. I think this is your weak spot, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Isn't this the guy that we fought some chromatic enemy so long ago? I don't know. I don't know which one is the most this looks like the exact same enemy. I don't know which one's the most threatening. Berserk is almost certainly going to one-shot whoever we focus on here. Let's I guess take out the short guy. Berserk slash time. Get out of here. I keep missing these quick time events, but it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Crippling Tsunami? I guess so. Crippling Tsunami it is. Oh yeah, that guy. Okay, so this dude over here is definitely the stronger of the bunch. But I love using Bad Omen. I love using Bad Omen because I'm gonna use a couple, at least one free aim. Let's do 2 of them here, just to see if we can proc a mark. But now we'll do Bad Omen. Oh, I didn't plan that out correctly. I'm not gonna have enough AP to do what I want with Sael, but hopefully it's fine because we're just gonna do Berserk Slash with Verso.
I'll do it.
Ah, this guy is a little bit more resistant to dark energy. Ooh, we actually got a parry there. Now, with Lune, she's not getting AP from parries because there's a Pictos that she has, right? I gotta review what that is. But I think we're gonna be just fine here.
I've got this.
Just fine because Berserk Slash is OP for at least for the enemies that we're facing off against. Good. Wow, Troubadour got an upgrade from 4 to 8. Is that because we were facing? This is where we got this weapon originally. Was from that chromatic Troubadour, and then is it just coincidence this happened to upgrade from a level 4 to a level 8? I don't want to switch to this, but that is an interesting coincidence? Question mark. Energizing Pain. That's what we get here. No longer gain AP on parry, but you get an AP on getting hit, and we did get a proc for that time. Starting to learn these new enemy patterns, trying to get on board with what's going on. I also hear, oh, there's an item right here.
Interesting.
More chroma to add to our actually quite sizable chroma stash now. Over 80k. Another reason to eventually go do a whole bunch of backtracking because we got to go spend some of this chroma. I'm so freaking scared to death though of the apparently one Nevron, the one single Nevron who has who was responsible for all of these corpses. Are you kidding? What in the heck?
Let's go the path.
What in the heck? This Berserk Slash really is too good. We really should tone this down. I feel like that's got to be a weak spot in the middle of its head. Did we not learn this before? I thought I'm gonna do Berserk Slash on this guy. Dude, he has so little health. Wow.
A storm is coming.
So I'm gonna do a free aim with Lune. Oh, the sun is right in the... I guess that's not a weak spot. I could have sworn it was a weak spot before. I don't know what's going on there. We'll do Immolation. Just get a burn on the target. These guys are so weak. These guys are so weak, they're going to be out of here before you know it. So we might as well do a free aim or two to try to get a mark. Although they are resistant. They are more resistant to dark energy. CL here we might want to put her on the sideline for a little bit. She does nothing but dark damage. I guess Focus Foretell does physical. Never mind.
Here's your card.
But it might be okay, there we go. Focus Foretell. That's interesting. Do we want to if everybody is so resistant to dark, do we have any other Delane Slash uses the weapons element, which is what? Also dark. So, and then we have Rush. So I guess CL can do Bad Omen, not Bad Omen. She can do Focus Foretell, and she can give everybody Rush. Otherwise, all these enemies seem resistant to dark energy. So, maybe, I think what we'll do then is we'll actually switch, bring in Mael, and we'll do a little bit of a switcheroo with her. Let's, instead of Degagement, let's do Guard down. Yeah, let's do guard down. It's nicer if she can go first, but her speed is so low. But she also goes first in some instances when I'm not expecting, so I don't know. I don't know. Rain of Fire is single target. She doesn't have any multiple target things outside of the guard down. That's fine, though. It's fine. These enemies are still so weak. I don't need to over min-max here on this. We did learn two of our Luminas there. We've got a path to the left. This feels like a side path. So let's explore down here, and we'll take this guy out. Did I see him? Did he have an arm in his backpack? Do they all have arms in their backpacks and I just didn't notice before? They have multiple arms. They're going around like scavenging people's arms and limbs and using them as weapons. Is that what's going on here? Unfortunately, Mael is going last in the sequence here, so she's not going to be able to apply Defenseless to everybody, but also these guys are so weak, what does it really matter? What does it even matter? I might as well, in that case, I might as well use Blitz, because I could do a second turn, right? Because Blitz just... Blitz just kills these guys. Everything I do kills these guys. Okay, maybe we've been getting lucky with our roulettes. It's possible. It's possible that roulettes have been a little bit above average for me.
Feel the storm.
It is possible that that is where we have been getting a bit lucky. Apply some burn, and then now is when I wish I had my degagement back. Maybe I should give them both to her, so she has the ability to use them both as the circumstance applies. But also, we're getting through these fights so easily right now, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what I do. Okay, let's go over here. I don't know what I was expecting to be on that platform. Ah, there is another enemy hiding back here. Eventually, we're going to run into somebody here who's a little bit tougher. I have to think, or not. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. I want there to be a tougher challenge that we're going to have to face off against here. Oh. I didn't do that correctly because I should have done the Blitz first on the small dude and then done the Berserk Slash. I got to work on my my optimization of these super easy fights that we have no chance of losing. Can't believe I'm so easily missing these optimizations. Shame on me. It really doesn't matter what I do, does it? Just press buttons and win. I like this formula, actually. It's a good one.
Nice.
More Lumina points, which I will eventually spend. Someday. Somehow, someway. Can't break that. Oh, another group over here. Another big old group. I'm going to... Mael is going last. So... it just doesn't really matter. It don't matter. Don't overthink it. Just clear these guys out and get on with the show. Because what I can do here... We do have a pretty consistent starting formula now with Verso going first. Firsto.
Let's go faster.
Ooh, the Blitz did not actually get it done that time, but I think Roulette is having its say. I have to remember that Roulette is a thing. Oh, and then I used too much. I used too much AP. Okay, I will use a Quick Strike in this case. And there we do get a better Roulette, I think. Now we can... It could be also better for me to just weaken multiple enemies so that the Crippling Tsunami comes along and takes everybody out.
Feel the storm.
Dang, that is nice when that roulette hits. So nice. Give me some free aims here. Just a couple. Just a couple, but it's probably those, even those aren't really needed. Level up for Lune. And another enemy bites the dust. It certainly makes you feel good about yourself.
An advantage.
When you're able to steamroll some enemies, especially after that stupid Burgeon last time. I need a little bit of a confidence booster, if I'm being honest. Okay, let me make sure that I'm not. Now we are getting to the part of the level where I can see diverging paths and potential missed items and other ledges that could be well concealed. So let's try to be thorough here. I think we're good though so far. I don't think I've missed anything just yet. But I will, now that we've leveled the Pictos for, or we've learned the Luminous for Lune, let's swap her out for CL, because we have to learn, there's still a couple of hers to get added to that Lumina library. But we'll keep on taking out the riffraff here. And see if eventually we are met with some stiffer resistance. I do like this additional turn though that Verso gets. It's pretty cool. I'll use a quick striker though, and we'll whittle down some enemies. That's what we'll do. We'll whittle down the enemies for the AOE abilities. That I took away my big crippling tsunami with Lune. Okay, so I lost one of my big AoE abilities. That's fine though, because what I'll do here now with Mael going first, she will use guard down, and then that will set up a bad omen. Although I did say that everybody was resistant to dark damage, didn't I? I'm still gonna try it though, because these guys still feel pretty weak. Not weak enough to kill. I was hoping to kill a couple of them off. The Troubadour applies shield. Okay. And then a normal hit for this guy. Okay, I'm so not ready for... It says a normal hit, but then it turns into a gradient attack. So those gradient attacks can kind of come out of... It doesn't announce them as, here's a gradient attack until you actually see the animation. And I think I was... Well, I did press RT, but I didn't have the right timing there. Now at least we do have an enemy that has some shields to get rid of, but the problem is Mael is so slow. We need to give Mael some more speed, I think. I need to redo her Pictos to get her speed going in the right direction. What I will do, we also need to give Versa some AP. Because I can only afford Quick Strike right now. So maybe what I will do instead is his attack. We'll go ahead and do the attack for him, just to build up a little AP, as well as put Defenseless, right? Because he does have Defenseless, what's it called? Exposing attack. So then CL can follow up with she has so much AP to spend. We could actually, maybe I will take out the shields. I'm gonna use all of her AP with these free aims, to be honest. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do a whole bunch of free aims here until we get a mark. Well, maybe not until we get a mark. We'll do it up until this point, because now I can do a Twilight Slash. Although it's dark damage, and these guys are all resistant to the dark damage. That is why I swapped out CL, wasn't it? Because everybody's resistant to dark. If we can take out the Troubadour, that would be the nice thing. It would be a nice thing if I could take out the Troubadour. So then I'm going to get all my AP back, so I'm going to spend 2 more to try to get a mark. We do get the mark. Now maybe we can get him with a Twilight Slash. Maybe. If nothing else, though, I'm getting all my AP back. Really resistant to Dark Shot. I don't remember that attack. I don't remember that one. Oh, that's right. Also, Mael was in offensive stance. So, how do we want to do this? We at least want to take out the little dude. We should at least make sure that the little dude gets finished off. So let's do a spark on you just to be... It's not the most... It's fine. We don't have to be perfect here. Just take out an enemy.
Watch out, Mael.
Trumpet Concerto. I do vaguely remember that one, but I was still late on the parries, apparently. So now we will... I can afford to heal up Mael here, right? Or we could just use a Chroma Elixir in between. Maybe I'll do that. So let's just finish this guy off with a Berserk Slash.
I've got this.
Okay, all right. With CL in the mix, she has so many dark attacks that the enemies are just not... We'll do one more battle with her to get her Lumen Alert, but then we're gonna rethink things here because it does... Oh my god, I walked by an item. How do I do this? How do I do this? It's another Healing Tin Shard. So, definitely don't want to miss those, even with a Cleric, because sometimes your Cleric is sitting on the sidelines. Another new Pictos. Sweet Kill. Recover 50% health on killing an enemy? What? That's not bad, but I think I probably overrate that kind of an effect, like with Dead Energy. There's a lot, like, in a boss fight, it's just a completely useless effect, isn't it? There's just not a lot of value. You don't get any value unless the boss has ads. There's no value to be gained. I think that's all that she wrote for this area. I think now we have to head back down. Let's also give this to somebody. We will do a Chroma Elixir here, I think. I think we will do a Chroma Elixir. And I will give somebody, maybe Mael, will get this new Sweet Kill. This would give her a bunch more speed. So why don't we do that instead of this Empowering Last Stand? She'll get a little bit of a nerf to her health, but, or maybe at Death's Door. I don't want to take away that much defense though from her. A little, I feel like this is the better one. Gain powerful if fighting alone. We don't really get use out of that pretty much any of the time. So let's switch that out for this Sweet Kill, which does have a nice boost to her speed. So now she's actually the speediest one. That's good. That's what we want. And like I said, we'll do the one more battle with CL. Oh my god, it's a Sagapatat. What are you doing here? What? Why is there a Sagapatat here? What? And there's another one over here. Were the Jestrals, were they teamed up with the Expedition members? Or were they fighting the Expedition members? Huh. So we went down this path to the left, but I don't know if we went this way. I don't think we did. Unless this... Oh my god, it's a freaking Burgeon corpse. What the hell, man? There is an item here. Oh, Color of Lumina. Lovely, lovely indeed. And I hear another item over here to the left. And I think I saw the item that was up and over to this left-hand side that's above us. The question is, what's the best way to get there? Or what is the way to get there at all? I think I have to end up going all the way around. So let's, now that we're back in the main, there's the gate that we came through, and now we've got the enemies to take out in this area. Doesn't look like any new enemies yet. Let's go ahead and hang to the right. Did I explore up in this direction? This is where we came in. I'm just trying to be thorough here, trying to make sure we cover all our bases. Because it's so easy for me to walk my items. It is a blind playthrough. I have to remember, I have to remind myself and the audience. Blind playthrough in action. We're definitely not There's no faulty advertising, at least. You get what you get what you ask for here. Blind playthrough is blind. Okay, Verso's still the one going first. I will, unfortunately, because we need to give him one more. We need him to have one more AP at the start of the battle. If he did that, then he could do Blitz and then Berserk Slash. So instead, I'm gonna just settle for a Berserk Slash? Question mark? I think so, because the other guys are so weak. We should be able to take them out with yeah. It's just whoever he picks, his Berserk Slash just insta kills them. And then I do guard down?
Their defenses are down.
It's just that we know if I do Bad Omen here, I'm not gonna do Bad Omen. I'm gonna do Focus Foretell, just to make sure I actually. Well, never mind. I thought I was going to. That is a Nevron arm. A combo with a Nevron arm. I did it way too early. Okay, it does not say normal hit. It says mortal hit. How was I reading that as normal hit? What the fuck? What is wrong with me? What I need to do here, we can go ahead and use Mael to take out this guy. I mean, I'm actually just gonna heal with Mael. I'm gonna go ahead and she's gonna use a healing tint here. She's gonna self-heal because the rest of y'all, we can just do Berserk Slash. Take out this guy. Because like he's already dead from the first hit, and then the same thing here. Focus Foretell to take this, finish this guy off. There we go. And Verso gets another level in the process. So it's a mortal hit. And I once again, I was like, oh, this is the gradient attack one. I hit RT before the animation had even popped up. I was so freaking early. So over anticipating. We are seeing such a variety of, I don't even know if I recognize this enemy here. Have we faced off against this Nevron before? Big old, or is it a Gestrel? Like, I wonder if some of these almost look like Gestrels, but their skin, nah, the skin isn't Gestrel, is it? I feel like some of these we might not have seen yet. I don't know for sure. I do not know. Is this a door that I can... Wait a second. I thought for a second that this enemy here... Yo, dude, it's a pumpkin head. It's enough... This is the Elden Ring zone, except half the pumpkin head is missing. We've got half pumpkin head from Elden Ring, but somebody was really playing a long session of Elden Ring when they got into designing the enemies in this area. Holy moly. Ah, there is Chrome over here. Okay.
Well, that will help.
This zone is wild. Now, can I actually open this door? No. I can hear an enemy behind it, though. I can hear someone over there. Is this like a door that SK could bust through with the right ability? Or is there a switch somewhere? This feels like there could be a switch nearby that I need to find. Maybe I should stop running around like a wild person and try to actually visually parse the environment for switches like we had in the Stone Waves Cliffs at the end. It really feels like a door that should open. It's got the texture there that feels like an asset that would open up. But I am not seeing a switch just yet. This is an item.
Good stuff.
Another energizing start. Well, I definitely want somebody to have that. It's just a lot of health, if nothing else. Verso. I think I want to give this to him. Let's take away this healing tint now. We've got that leveled, and let's give him this energizing start because I did want him to have 1 more AP. That seems good. And oh, I forgot that when we kill, if Mael kills an enemy, she heals. Oh, I should have done that instead of doing a healing tint, shouldn't I? Oh, I forgot immediately about my new sweet skill. Okay, I don't know if I can open this door. If I can, I'm not seeing how to at the moment. Maybe there is a switch in here that I have just overlooked. But I'm definitely not seeing one. Even though I'm hearing the what sound like enemy noises from behind. It could be that we need to get to the other side from somewhere else in the level and open that door from, if we're if we're playing Elden Ring here all of a sudden, door opens from the other side. Oh, here's the other half of the Pumpkinhead. It's right here. It's the other half. Unless this guy's also a half Pumpkinhead. I don't know. Is this part of your corpse? Or is this the other half of Mr. Pumpkinhead over there? This zone is, I'm having fun here. I'm enjoying this. These battles are very on the easy side. I forgot to swap out CL, didn't I? I'm gonna go ahead and make that swap because I think we don't need to, we no longer need to level up any, get me out of range here of the enemies. Let's de-aggro that guy. And I think CL has leveled all of her Pictos, so now let's bring back in Lune. Lune, right? Yeah, because everybody is resistant to dark damage. So get Lune back on the case. And now Verso is still going first, but now he should have enough to be able to do Blitz and Berserk Slash. So if we get lucky here, we did not in this case, but that's fine. We'll do a Berserk Slash on this guy.
I've got this.
If we got lucky, oh, we actually got pretty unlucky there, I think, with our roulettes. So Mael, though, might be able to finish off this guy and get herself a heal.
Flames. On me.
Nice.
Let the ink flow.
Sweet kill. Love it. Now we can just do, we might still just do Crippling Tsunami because it's the most damage we can do. Just make sure this guy gets out of here. Spend all our AP. And you are done for. Cool. Ooh, Polished Chroma Catalyst. Wait, Polished Chroma Catalyst. That's not the newest one, is it? No, that's only the level 9. The level 9 material. We need to get beyond level 9. The Exquisite Chroma Catalysts, or whatever they're called. These burning singed trees look super cool. Remind me of now that I'm thinking of Elden Ring and Dark Souls type stuff, it's making me think of like what was it the Lord of Cinder? Is that what that boss was called? Lord of Cinder or the Cinder? No, I'm not getting the name right there. I don't know exactly what the title of the boss was. A Revive Tint Shard, okay. We're still looking for... I cannot make it through here, right? So I'm still looking for the path that is going to let us navigate to the left-hand side here. It looks like heading up the right-hand side is the main path? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, wait a second. No, this is what probably gets us behind this spot over here, now that I see this to the left might actually be the main path. I see a flag there. Okay, let's grab the flag, but we're not going to rest. We don't need to rest yet. But that will get us our save spot banked. And then heading down in that direction is maybe the main path. This level is oh, look at these towers up here. And this visual in the sky. I don't even know what, I guess those are just fragments of the earth that have been, that are part of the fracture that is now suspended permanently in the sky. The visuals. Spectacular, man. But I think over in this direction, we went down here, correct? And I got, that was a revive tent down here. Just let me visually confirm that. Yeah. So that was the revive tent, and now up here I think is our side path, which will get us around to the other side of that currently locked or closed door. I hear an item. I hear an item somewhere, but maybe it's also on the other side of this wall. Oh, I can climb up here, or no? You gonna let me up? You gonna let me up? I don't think it wants to let me up. I think this doesn't feel right. Because normally they very easily let you climb up to spots that you're supposed to go like this. So that, I hear an item on the other side, but I probably have to get there somewhere else. There's another flag up here. Whoa. Did we find a... if they're giving us a flag, it makes me wonder, are we getting a chromatic fight? Do I want to take the opportunity then to rest? I feel like I've explored this other area pretty well, but I also don't really need a rest. We're good to go, I think. We don't need the rest. I don't want to respawn the enemies if I don't have to. So instead, I guess we're climbing up this, it's not really a ladder. In my mind, I always think of these as ladders, but it's not a ladder. I just forget what they're called. Because they're not grappling hook locations. Hello? What? Okay, have I... My controller's on. Why am I not able to press... I am pressing in literally every direction right now, and I cannot move. What is going on? This is awkward, because I think I'm going to have to restart the game, because I cannot actually... I'm literally spinning the control stick 360, and I'm not going anywhere. And I don't think I can press any other... I can get a status. I can get a quest party status, but none of the other buttons work. So we're stuck. Awesome. Beautiful. What is going on here? Okay, let's, I guess we are returning to title screen. Hold on one second while I reload the game. I have to think that that was bugged, right? I have to think that this was just a buggy interaction with these, I'm just gonna hold left on the... There it is. Okay, yeah, for some reason... No. And, okay, gosh, the direction can get so weird sometimes with these things. These, ladders, quote-unquote, going in all different directions as you are climbing them, quote-unquote. I don't think this is a chromatic enemy, but I do see another one of these textures that we're going to need to come back for at some point. I think this is just a regular old troubadour. He's just by himself. But, that's fine by me. That is fine by me, because I think we're going to have no problem dealing with you whatsoever.
On me.
No problem at all. Just do whatever. And get this guy out of here. Yep, make note of another spot that is going to take some destruction. Or require some destruction. What ability? I mean, is it going to be an SK ability? Because wouldn't that mean... How is... we can't access SK when we're inside of these levels, can we? Maybe that will change. Maybe I'm wrong. And we will have the ability to summon SK for demolition duties. Just some single enemies here. You have some single enemies here to deal with. I guess that's not a weak spot. Yeah, every single enemy in this area so far is just a little outmatched. And it's just the way that it's going. Are we on the other side now, though? Have I reached the other side? I am... Yeah, we are on the other side, as I suspected. Ah, there's an item here.
Perfect.
Another new Pictos. Ooh, on death. So defense and speed. Maybe we'll give that to Mael after she's learned... Oh no, she's learned all of hers. She learned Sweet Kill. Do I want to take that out and put in Energizing Death? Yeah, sure. I feel like she's probably the most likely to die, given her low health and defense compared to everybody else. But this does buff her defense quite a bit, while keeping her speed up to snuff. So I'm okay with that. Cool. Cool. So many Pictos, man. So many. It is fun. Like when I do get a chance to boot up the game, I usually boot up the game once before, like the day before I sit down to record, and I just look through all of the Pictos and all the Luminas, and I think about what are some cool like synergies and combos that we can put together here. What makes sense for these characters? And there are some ideas that I've had, but they also are at the expense of, well, they require more expensive Pictos in most cases. So that is... Ah, there's a switch here. Dark Souls, as suspected. Opens from the other side. Let's go. Let's go. If for some reason you have not... if for some reason you are not familiar with the Elden Ring playthrough here on the channel, I have a few Elden Ring videos in my Elden Ring playthrough playlist. If you are looking to whittle away some time, and you are a fan of Elden Ring, there's a lot of videos to enjoy. Just letting you know, in case you are not aware of that, probably most of you here have watched the Elden Ring playthrough, or at least some of it, some pieces of it. I think we're just going down the line with Berserk Slashes here, but I could do a Blitz as well. Let's maybe do a Blitz here.
Let's go faster.
And then use the Berserk Slash on one of the undamaged.
I've got this.
Did not actually kill you off. So now what I will do is we will do a defenseless.
Their defenses are down.
And then a crippling tsunami for Lune. Didn't quite finish off that one guy, unfortunately. Too early on these parries. Too late on that parry. What the fuck?
Not impressed.
Relentless combo. I am not getting any of these parries at all. This is working out flawlessly, as expected. Yeah, I need to give some healing. I need to give some healing to Verso. But I also want to finish off these enemies. So, it's okay with Verso. He kind of heals up himself at the end of the battle, right? Because then, or going into the next battle, he goes down to half health because of the Pictos that he has equipped. So healing Verso is not nearly as important as it is for other party members. Not nearly as important. We'll go ahead and just attack, I guess, because I actually can't do anything else, can I? I really did not realize. Maybe I need to actually then... I will use a free aim. And then I will give some AP to Lune. That's what I'll do. So she can do another crippling tsunami. Seems good. She could heal, but I want to finish the battle.
Feel the storm.
I am not going to finish the battle. Because that guy... Okay, sure. Huh? I was so early once again on that. I did press RT for the gradient attack. This zone has been relatively easy so far. And because of that, we're not getting exposed to most of these enemy attacks. So yeah, that is one little unfortunate byproduct of not being able to fully learn. But it does feel like there's enough variety in these enemies' attacks. Even if we were a little bit less leveled than we are, we would still be facing some difficulty. I think now is a perfect time to, well, I mean, let's use a Chrome Elixir, because if anything, we're going to be resting at a flag pretty soon. Because I think we're at the end of the road now.
Perfect.
In this direction, at least. Alrighty, I feel pretty confident. I know we've missed some stuff in other zones, but I feel pretty confident about this first section in this area. So I think, well, maybe I will heal up. Maybe I will heal up. I think I will, though, because we're down to just the one Chroma Elixir, and who knows how long it's going to be till the next flag. So let's go ahead and we'll take the rest here at the Vanguard point. And now let's continue forward, which I guess in order to do that, I have to go around, back around here. And we want to head not toward that guy. Now that we've cleared out all these guys at least once, I want to head in this direction. Although I guess we've already got somebody on our tail. This is a little, wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold on, I must have missed. I must have missed the way to go. Hold on here. I think because I'm doubling back to where I have been before. I think I am missing something. Was there not just an obvious way forward from? Okay, we de-aggroed that guy. How? Is it just right here? Never mind, it was right here. It was just walking on this cannon. That's all that I had to do. And of course, my overcomplicating brain went a completely different direction. All right. So I want to try and let's go ahead and take this guy out. And then we'll try to lean to the left here. The left-hand side of this battlefield. Verso will jump in with the Blitz. And then Berserk. Because Berserk is the best. I think this is a fine rotation the way that we're doing this. Defenseless into the Crippling Tsunami is maybe not as powerful as I would like it to be, but a lot of it depends on roulette and how friendly roulette is to us. That time I was late. That time I wanted to try and not jump the gun with my mortal hit / gradient attack counter, and it still didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. I'm gonna go ahead and use a heal here for... No, we don't have to heal. Luna can heal herself, goddammit. Luna can heal herself. I just attack the enemies, and Luna, the healer, will deal with her health when we get to the next fight. That's why she's a cleric. We will get that gradient counter timing eventually. It will happen. It's only a matter of time. I don't think there were any ramps up on this side here. We've got to go a little bit more forward. Look at this poor expedition member skewered through. Oh my god. Jesus. This place. is something else. There wasn't anything over here either. I think we're funneled into this direction. And now... Oh, we have you watching us. Is there also... What is here? Somebody we can interact with. Oh, what the hell? Is it similar to the young boys that we've seen before? I feel like I'm seeing something similar to the Gommage petals, but these look like they're maybe yellow. What do we have here? Fading woman. You may leave. I've no interest in speaking with you. Huh? What a weird interaction. Is there anything that we're going to be able to do with her, I wonder? There's another flag here as well. They're giving us quite a number of expedition flags. With a fading woman who wants nothing to do with us. What the hell? Confusion. She didn't... if she was similar to all the other fading boys who kind of look similar to the curator... if she's supposed to be related to them, if like the same thing is going on with her, then, well, it certainly doesn't... It certainly doesn't, it seems like she's in a much more accelerated state compared to them. That's what it feels like. I'm gonna go ahead and just do Spark here. And then with Lune, we'll go ahead and heal her. It means that we have to try to dodge a hit from this guy, but if nothing else, I get to see his moves again. Good. We got a parry off. Yay! Successful parry, finally. Only took me how many times with that move? Only took me how many times? I want to do a... I could do thermal transfer here to get a second turn, couldn't I? Let's do it. Even though thermal transfer is so frickin' weak. It is ridiculously weak, but we got so much AP back from that. Is it because they're weak to fire, or did I just get a really bad roulette? Always got to account for the fact that roulette is a thing.
Let's go the path.
And you can always count on...
I've got this.
Even if roulette is a thing, you can still almost just count on Berserk Slash to always do what it's supposed to do. It's so good. It's amazing. We really need to find maybe more ways to synergize with Berserk Slash. Try to really lean into that skill. Okay, this is the side of the battlefield that I wanted to explore. Oh, there's an item here.
Nice.
Color Lumina. Really want to know some of these enemies. I don't think we've seen. This feels like this is going to be a Neveron that we're going to fight against. Just like this guy, these hairy Bigfoot duders. But this one as well. I love this mask. Have we faced off against a similar enemy? I feel like it looks kind of like the one that was guarding that manor door that was down at the bottom of the Stonewave Cliffs, but also just a little bit different. Oh, a Petonk! A Petonk! A friendly Petonk. Where is its platform at? Where do be the Petonk platform? We'll kind of just explore around for now until we find the Petonk platform, and then we'll know where to steer it. Let's get the chroma up here. Now we're on the other side from where we were previously. We were across on the other side before. There's the Petonk platform. There it is. So we'll probably just get this guy out of here first. And then worry about the Petonk. Couple of these duders to deal with. I guess this enemy on the right does have two different weapons They've got the big, almost Radon-esque curved sword. And then, did the other ones have a mace? I don't remember right now, but...
I've got this.
They're so cool. I love the big swords. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna go straight to Spark again.
Flames. On me.
A storm is coming.
And then we'll do the Crippling Tsunami. We might have enough, we might have enough combo points now. That second one I'm able to queue into a little bit easier. But we might have enough skill points, not combo points. Skill points with Lune in order to grab her Typhoon skill that I was talking about earlier. We might have enough by this point. Potentially.
An advantage.
Dude, so much chroma. We're up over 100k chroma. There are so many vendors that we can go back and do some shopping with. So much shopping to do. But who needs shopping when you have a Patonk to give you stuff? Who needs to hit up the Gestural merchants when you have the funky Patonk music? Way too early. I tried way too freaking early there. All right,
Grace.
cool. I should have actually done this a little differently. I should have switched out Guard Down for
Their defenses
you know,
are down.
for Degagement. Probably should have done that, but it's fine the way it is because Berserk Slash is so good. Oh my God, we won! Berserk Slash is indeed the best. Holy shit. 5 more Lumina points, a recoat, and 5 polished catalysts. So we could definitely give ourselves some variety in the level 9 weapons now. So that's good. And yet another recoat. We definitely don't have to worry about switching things up if and when we want to do that. Looks like that's all there is to this area, though, I think. As is almost always the case in RPGs like this. Not that I've said before that I don't have a ton of... we'll go ahead and rest, I think. Let me just give one more look around. This is as far as like JRPGs or turn-based RPGs go. I haven't played a ton of these, but RPGs in general, whether they're turn-based or action RPGs, I always end up being so over-leveled for like the quote-unquote non-optional content, because I treat all the content as non-optional, and so, you know, I tend to always focus on the the quote-unquote optional areas first, and try to take on all of these, you know, chromatic challenges and side quest zones before the others. That's just my general instinct, is to do that, and it means that I almost always invariably end up over leveled. So this is just par for the course.
Emily, Expedition Wolf 41. My bag's getting weighed down from all my kills. Maybe I need to pick smaller trophies. Estelle bagged 7 of those armoured nevs, so I've got to get at least 8 in this next batch if I'm going to beat her. Leah showed me how to double up my weapon pictos. Might not be stable, but the bang's going to be worth it. The painters might be out of our reach, but her minions aren't. And if I die, I'm gonna make sure I die big. Like Xavier says, subtlety is not our game. We only live till 40. So let's go make some friends.
Wolf 41. What's the deal with the additional... Why are we adding in the... It almost looks like an acronym of some sort. All the other expeditions just have the number. What is Wolf all about? That's a pretty... she's talking about, though, doubling up her weapon pick dose? Is she suggesting that there might be a way for us to actually double the amount of pick dose that we can equip? Yo, that would be... I could see that happening. I could definitely see that being a thing that happens, and I would love it. Just give me twice as many things to overthink. No, I love the Pictos. I'm understanding now that the Pictos are so well utilized as stat sticks, right?
Let's go faster.
That's one of their main uses. At least in my mind. Like, yeah, I try to get good Lumina effects as well, but just the amount of health and defense and crit speed that some of these can provide. Oh. I keep missing these quick time events because I'm not focused. I'm not concentrating the way that I should be. But let's do a guard down.
Their defenses are down.
Let the ink flow.
And see if we can finish off at least one of these guys with a crippling tsunami. One of them bites the dust. All right. Trumpet concerto. There we go. Yeah, that memory of that. We only had the one battle against the Chromatic Troubadour, but I definitely got a fair bit of experience against that trumpet combo, and it's coming back to me, man. It is all coming back to me now. Oh, dude, what the hell? Oh my god, that is a fiery Nevron. We've seen this Nevron before. Sort of. Is this a chromatic boy? This feels like this could be a chromatic battle here. Am I ready for this? Maybe. We'll find out soon enough.
An advantage.
He looks a little scary. Do we have what it takes? It is a chromatic luster.
Bring it on.
And he's doing a fire explosion.
Cut him down.
No! Mael never knew what hit her. No! Everybody else got a whole bunch of AP though. Goddamn. Well. Let's see how tough this guy is in terms of his HP. I'm just gonna go straight to the Berserk Slash. Okay, he doesn't have... Damn it. Damn it. All right.
Bring it on. I'm impressed. Might hurt.
What in the fuck is happening, dude? I am getting wrecked because this guy is so freaking fast. He's getting double attacks on us here. Okay, well, I think we're gonna die, but we're gonna try not to. I'm gonna revive Lune.
The elements dance.
Because now Lune can revive Mael, and hopefully Mael gets an attack. I have no stains, so this is going to cost me some AP, but that's fine. Okay.
Expedition's not over.
Oh, wow. He consumed the burn that was on Verso that was probably going to kill him. But he consumed the burn to heal the full. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. This dude is made of fire, isn't he? So my fire attacks are actually not going to be too useful, are they? I'm going to try going back with guard down, but this might be... we might need to switch this up.
Their defenses are down.
Fire explosion. Damn it.
No margin for error.
Okay. All right. Reserve team. Do I want to try the reserve team here? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because I want to actually, I want to retool this. Let's go back to our last save, which should be right after, well, I don't know when. We did pick up some chroma right before we fought this guy. Did they count that? Did it count the chroma pickup? Which way was he? I guess he was over here. Okay, yeah, it did not count the chroma pickup. Let's do a little bit of retooling. Let's figure this out. I think I actually want to switch out Mael. We're not leveling any more Pictos, I don't think. I think all our Pictos have been leveled, or the Luminous have been learned. So I might retool those as well. But let's swap out Ciel for, or sorry, Mael for Ciel. And then for our skills, maybe Mael would still be good though, because she could give everybody, Shell. That might be a good thing. But I could give everybody Rush with Ciel instead of Bad Omen. So we're only dealing with the one enemy here. Let me swap out Bad Omen for Rush. And then for Lune, we'll take out Crippling Tsunami in favor of Ice Lance, because we don't need to hit all enemies. And it basically does the same thing, just for cheaper. Let's do that. But let's also take out Earth Rising, and now we will bring in Revitalization, because we might need everybody to be healed. I have a feeling against this enemy, we might need it. Then as far as I think the Pictos are good for Lune. We don't need this one. Healing also applies Rush for 1 turn. That would be really good to give Lune, wouldn't it? That would be really good for her to have. Maybe instead of Energizing Pain, we swap that for Accelerating Heal. That gives her more speed at the expense of defense. We can try that and see how that feels. And then I don't really need the effect of Energizing Pain. I think I would just rather use, I don't know. He has a lot of defense that he's getting from Enmedia Res. Do we just want to give him... I just want to give him a bunch of stats. But we are getting a lot of stats from Energizing Pain. So maybe that's all right. Maybe we'll leave that the way it is. We do get Auto Shell for just CL, and that's right, she has this... Okay, her setup is actually not bad. Enfeebling Mark. I don't love that effect, because our mark is probably... Unless we... there could be turns where we mark the target before they're able to... That's actually not a bad... If we know... The thing is that CL is not the slowest here. Verso is the slowest. We would want to make CL the slowest, so she's able to hit, to leave a mark on the target while they're doing their turn. While the enemy is getting its turn, it stays marked and therefore does 30% less damage. That could be really, really powerful. At the same time, I could just give that to Verso, couldn't I? I could maybe switch that, because Verso has Marking Shot. But that would mean he's not going to be using his... It would mean we're not using Berserk Slash as much with him. Let's just leave this setup the way it is. Let's see how this... feels. Now I would like to get a save. I'd like to save this setup. Oh, there's a rope up here. So maybe let's go up the rope first and see if we can just get either a... Like, we could go all the way back to the flag. But I think we can just pick up this item that's right here, and that should count as a save. There we go.
Stuff.
Empowering Tint. Healing Tints also apply Powerful. That's not bad. Do we want to give that to somebody? That we could give to Verso here, instead of the Energizing Pain. Why don't we do that? There might be an instance where he uses Healing Tints, but we're not really doing that for the effect. We're really just leveling the Lumina. Because I love, even against tough enemies, I love getting the value of leveling my Lumina. So I think that's all there is up here. So now we might as well head down. Did I get the first strike? I hopefully did. Although it doesn't matter against this guy. It seems like he's getting the first strike. There we go. There we go. All right. Nice. That feels pretty good. That feels very good. Now I think we will unleash an Ice Lance. right? Let's get the Ice Lance going here. Because that makes so much sense against... Well, does it make sense against a fire enemy? Does that work here?
Ice shatter.
It's not really super effective, is it? But it's maybe okay. Do we apply Rush? I think so. Let's get Rush going. That might make a difference. It does already look like the enemy's not going to be getting nearly as many turns. I will go with a Berserk Slash now. Keep missing some of these quick time events. Damn it.
Let the ink flow.
God damn it. Okay, we're gonna keep working on the parries on that one there. Oh, I don't have enough AP for a Revitalize. Shit. Or a Rebirth. Rebirth is really what I wanted to do. So I guess I'm just attacking here. Damn it. Okay. Or I could just use a Revive Tint. I could use a Revive Tint. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we got all the Revive Tints. We've got so many of them. Okay, okay. Starting to slowly reestablish some semblance of a parry timing here. We're gonna use another Revive Tint though, because then, I mean, we just gotta keep doing it. We gotta keep keeping the party alive here. I'm okay for right now. Go ahead and regain some health with your... Oh, you didn't heal to full. Oh. That felt like it healed so much more last time. Now, Lune does have enough to do a revitalization. She just doesn't get the extra effect from the... She doesn't get to apply regen, but I think I want to heal both her and... I mean, I could just heal Lune, actually, because Ciel can do a harvest, right? For now, I will just do a healing light, actually. Now at C, I definitely want to do a Berserk Slash at Perfection rank C. Nice. Nice chunk of damage there. Now I said I was going to do a Harvest, but maybe it's a better idea just to do the Focus Foretell here and then follow up with a Harvest. Let's try it. Let's take the risk.
Here's your card.
Let's go. We're getting this one. We are figuring out how to parry this motherfucker. Now I will do a Revitalize because now I get to do the regen. Awesome.
Everybody, let's go.
Sweet. God damn it. Oh, we're finally getting a tutorial here on regen. I knew what it... I think I already had a pretty good idea of what it did, but yeah, regen is a buff that heals the character by 10% of their max health at the beginning of their turn, which unfortunately Lune does not get to take advantage of because she's lying dead. Freaking dead. I need to get her back ASAP, right? Do I do that with... Well, I can break this guy. That is the thing I can do. I can actually break this motherfucker, can't I? And I can do it with Perfect Break, which costs only 5 AP. Perfect. It's perfect, guys. Get it? Get it? Get it? And now my friendly Ciel over here gets to do the revive.
A storm is coming.
And now we do a heal. Because it costs nothing.
I would have lived.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, now we're at S rank. We're back up. We are finally at S rank, and now we get to do our new spiffy Ascending Assault. We finally have a tough enough enemy here where we actually get to do this. All right, it starts out pretty weak, but that's the gag, right? It's Ascending Assault. I think it's time for us to consume this AP. So let's use, man, those free aim shots do not deal a whole lot. I want to be able to do Twilight Slash here, so I just need to make sure I leave 2 AP. I can do 3 more free aims. Oh, should I have been aiming for the head? Was that what I was? Oh, I should have been going for headshots. What am I thinking? Of course. Even though it's not counted as a weak spot, quote unquote, it does do a lot more damage than if I'm just hitting him in the body. And there is a mark. That's what I was hoping for. Although, should we leave the mark on the enemy so he does less damage? No, let's do it Forward Foretell. Let's do it.
Ready to
Okay.
evade.
Today,
Bring it on. Coming.
Let's go. Okay, if I'd have just got that first parry off, it would have been an all-around good time. We will have to settle though for what? I can do another free healing light if I want. Do I do a bunch of free aims? Because I have a free healing light that I want to do with Lune. I guess I will. Free aims away. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it at 5. And now she will heal herself.
look out!
Consumes burns to regain health. Okay, that wasn't too
Let
bad.
us stain them.
I can live with that. Man, she gets so much energy. I need to pay more attention to the prompts that are showing up. All my Lumina procs. I don't pay enough attention to that. Because I'm getting AP sometimes from... in situations that I don't realize. That I don't really expect it to be there. What I want to do is I want to do an energy tint actually this time for Verso. Let's give him a bunch of AP because he wants to be doing his Ascending Assault here. Look, feeling like it's taken some time to charge that shit up. I guess I didn't end up doing a Twilight Slash with... Wait. Twilight Slash consumes Foretell, and that should put us into... Did I not do this last time? Hello? What did I do last time with CL?
I saw your future.
Oh well.
I guess I didn't do that last time. Okay, that one I'm feeling pretty good about.
Now's our chance.
Feeling a-okay about making sure we get a counter on that. So now we can unleash another Ice Lance, I think.
Ice, shut
Get this guy slowed down even more. Also, we're getting, I think, we might be getting an additional proc from Lune's weapon, right? Because now she slows a random enemy whenever she spends a light stain. Correct? I need to be spending some of my free aims here. I need to spend an AP on free aims. I need to be doing that. Because I have the AP to spare. We'll keep going with Ascending Assault, even though it seems pretty weak so far. So far, I'm not too impressed with this.
Careful now.
Dude, he winds up... I get so, like, hair trigger when it says fast combo. And there is, like, the second strike there. It comes pretty quickly. But then he does, like, a backflip. The backflip is just one big, long wind-up for the third attack. It's not the actual third attack yet. Ay. I need to revive my healer, but I also have a lot of AP to spend. So I'll do it with some free aims. Or free aims. We can get some good, all right, that's what I will leave it at that, because now I will use my Revive Tint to bring back Lune, and Lune does get a turn. So she can go ahead and, we'll leave the mark on the enemy so he does less damage this time. Or I could do Thermal Transfer to do another turn. I don't really need the AP, though. I think I'm just going to do Healing Light. I'm going to do Healing Light here. Keep topping off.
I'll do it.
If only I could manage to get that first parry, we would be able to end up with a counter here. So okay, I guess I'm gonna keep doing this Ascending Assault, although I feel like it sucks. It might be a little better when the enemy has a mark on them. But I feel like my Berserk Slash would be doing so much better here. I'm not impressed so far by this new one. I am not so impressed. Can we finish this guy off? Oh, I can break him. I can break him. Let me make sure I have enough AP to break. In order to do Phantom Blade, I need 5. Even though I don't have any foretell on the guy, we'll still break him. And that's the important part here. Okay, now that he has a mark, I will use my Phantom Blade. Boom. And he is, oh, so close to dead. The Chromatic Luster. Oh, Luna had a little bit of burn. I guess she can afford to do one more heal, because that's what she does. Do we do a revitalization? That's even better, isn't it? Yeah, revitalize.
Feeling better.
Everybody gets a heal to full, even if they don't need it. And I'm gonna do my Berserk Slash. I'm gonna do my Berserk Slash because oh my god, that was the wrong move. Oh shit, that was the wrong move. I might be able to get away with it still because, wow, oh, it's because he's at full health. I'm a dingus. I healed him to full and then used Berserk Slash. What am I doing? Oh my god, the moment I was supposed to stick with Ascending Assault. I am such a dingus. Fortunately, it didn't cost me. All right. Chromatic Luster. Was that the guy's name? He is out of here. Out of my game, dork. And we have a Lustion, or Lustisong weapon for Sayel. And an Energizing Parry. Another Energize... We already had an Energizing Parry, didn't we? And a whole bunch of colors of Lumina. A couple Polished Chroma Catalysts as well. Sweet. It is a new Sayel weapon. Let's take a look at it. CL Sayel. Lustisong. It does scale pretty well with her current stats. And it also, level 4, is killing an enemy with Foretell. Applies its Foretell to another random enemy. Oh my god. Okay. I really like that. I really like that. It's a little bit weaker in the attack power. It's just ever so slightly weaker than our current, which I do love that we're always applying 10 Foretell, even though this double damage is biting us sometimes. Probably more often than I'm giving it credit for. But this idea that your Foretell would not go to waste. Again, it's similar to Dead Energy in that it's only happening when you're actually killing the enemy. And if you're against a boss, if they don't have any adds to go along with them, then you're not getting any value out of that at all. So I do really gravitate toward the always on abilities or effects, such as the Chation. But that's cool. And then this new, we'll apply this new Pictos to somebody. Remind me what it is here. Oh, Energizing Parry. Maybe we had one of these before, but it doesn't have a 1 or a 2 next to it, so maybe this is a new... I guess we had Perilous Parry. So now we get an additional AP on a successful parry. Why don't we give that to... Let's give that to... Well, I don't want to switch out the Energizing Start, and I don't want to take away Enmedius Res, so let's give it to perhaps... Ciel. We can give it to her instead of the Enfeebling Mark, maybe? Why don't we do that? That's a lot of health. That is a crap ton of health. This actually goes... This goes perfect with... Mael has been waiting for an upgrade in her vitality. So I think this actually is perfect for her. Now that we have leveled all of her other abilities, we can take out... Which one here? Which one? I guess at Death's Door for the moment. Let's do that. And we'll see how that goes. But I think that is where we will wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. Let's grab our Pictos here. Not Pictos, but Chroma. Oh, it was actually a couple polished Chroma Catalysts. All right, sure. And yeah, this zone, it's going to take us a little while here still to get through the remainder of the Forgotten Battlefield. We're continuing toward the Monolith, and I really am curious to know more about what's going on with this fading woman. Why do you have no interest in speaking to us? Why that be? Why exactly? When are we going to be crossing paths with these enemies that we're sort of getting a preview of? Theoretically, we'll see if that is how it all pans out. I love this area, though, so far. It is a lot of fun. And I cannot wait to see exactly what we're going to be coming across next time in the Forgotten Battlefield. I like how this checkpoint is just called Battlefield. There you have it. And I don't think we even need a... Well, we do need a rest, actually, because I used a whole bunch of revive tints. So rest up we shall, and press onward next time we shall indeed. So many... Oh my god, the poor Sagapatats! Not the Sagapatats, please. When will it end? As always, thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.